Namaskaram. Welcome back to the second episode of Smriti. Today, we are going to understand the history and origin of Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is one of the oldest dance forms of India. It was performed with excellent footwork and impressive gestures. It was nurtured in the temples and courts of southern India during 17th and 18th centuries. Later, it was patronized in the 19th century by four brothers known as the Tanjore Quadrant: Chinnaya, Ponnaya, Sivanandam and Vadivelu. Bharatanatyam remained exclusive to Hindu temples through the 19th century. It was banned by the colonial British government in 1910, but the Indian community protested against the ban and expanded its performance outside temples in the 20th century. Bharatanatyam is a major Hindu form of Indian classical dances that originated in the modern-day region of Tamil Nadu. The Natya Shastra by Bharata Muni and Abhinaya Darpana by Nandikeshwara are considered to be the original sources of Bharatanatyam. Centuries ago, there were many dancers in the Hindu temples down the south called Devadasis. They would sing, dance and play many musical instruments. They were well versed in Sanskrit and other languages. Since these dancers were called Devadasis, Bharatanatyam was originally called Dasiyatam and the performance that they did is called Sadiratam. In the olden days, the Devadasis were not allowed to have families as they led a very strict life. The renewed awareness of Bharatanatyam in Indian society allowed many Nattuvanars to resume their training activities and many artists to enter the field of classical dance. A diversity of styles like Pandanallur, Valugur and Tanjavur, named for the villages from which the Nattuvanars came, became recognized. Dancers, rather than the Nattuvanars, have become the custodians of the art form. That generation of Nattuvanars that trained dancers during the revival period was the last generation of exclusive Nattuvanars. Due to sheer number of aspiring dancers, Nattuvanars no longer are the only trainers of dancers but also performers. Nowadays, dancers must take financial responsibility themselves. Many are forced to use recorded music to keep costs down. Dancers today usually can't make a living by performing. With a few exceptions, Bharatanatyam today is just a passion and not profession. Few dancers can devote their entire lives to training and developing as artists. To earn money, dancers start teaching early in their careers. These circumstances have created a downward spiral of declining standards and diminishing audiences. Without Nattuvanars and with more and more dancers becoming teachers, the unbroken lineage of instruction that maintained the integrity of the dance form has been lost. In the hands of many dancers rather than a few trainers, Bharatanatyam is now subject to more numerous innovations. Without a recognized authority like that of the Nattuvanars to adopt or reject changes to maintain standards, and without educated audiences to provide meaningful feedback, the art form of Bharatanatyam is open to unrestrained variations. Today's Bharatanatyam exists in great quantity but with a wide variation in quality. Attraction seen rarely ridiculous, seen all too often. Facing problems in learning Bharatanatyam today are not because of oppression as with the Devadasis a century ago, but due to mindless popularity and commercialization. The consequent loss of standards means the art is often presented poorly or inappropriately, but audiences often don't know a good performance from a bad one. If the amateurish medium persists, it will elicit threat and survival more than any of the challenges it has endured in the past. I will catch you back soon in the third episode where we will be discussing more on the style and its importance. Thank you.